Hi all, I just wanted to go through and give you a bit of an introduction to what we study at GCSE History so you can make some good informed choices for your GCSEs. So first things first, the different teachers that we have teaching GCSE History are listed here, all of which lots of you will already know. So there's myself, Mr. Wade, Mr. Backhouse, Mr. Pateman, Miss Boot, Miss Beale and Miss Swancott as well. So it's likely that it would be one of these that you would have teaching you for your GCSE history. Lots of people ask why they should study history and why it's good to study history. So I thought it'd be a good opportunity to kind of tell you the skills that you gain from studying history and why lots of employers, lots of universities, lots of different people really value the skills that are learned when you are studying history. So a history qualification will help you to understand the significance of historical events, the role of individuals in history, and the nature of change over time. History students will gain deeper understanding of the past through political, social, economic, and cultural perspectives. History will set you up with a wide range of skills that are required for many jobs. These include being able to infer from sources and being able to evaluate and analyse these using your own knowledge and understanding. Critical thinking and abilities to form well-sustained arguments will support in most career choices, specifically careers in law, journalism, and the civil service. Okay, so a bit of an overview of the course that you would study if you chose GCSE History. So we have 3 different exam papers that you sit, and we look at 4 different topics within those. So paper 1 is the thematic study and the historical environment. It is worth 30% of the overall mark, and it is an hour and 15 minutes long. It's split into 2 separate parts. So we have medicine in Britain, and then the British sector of the Western Front, the injuries, treatment and trenches. So we look at medicine kind of over time and look at change and continuity. And then you also do medicine on the Western Front as well. Paper 2 is our period study and British depth study. So that's worth 40% of your overall mark and is an hour and 45 minutes. And you have a look at early Elizabethan England and the American West. And then paper 3 is the modern depth study, which again is 30% of your overall mark. And we look at the USA conflict at home and abroad, so civil rights movement and Vietnam. Over these papers, we look at different assessment objectives. So I've broken them down here for you to think about the different skills and things that you will be assessed on. So assessment objective 1 is to demonstrate knowledge and understanding of the key features and characteristics of the period studied. So that's basically knowing the information. Okay, having that knowledge of those different topics and understanding it. AO2, so assessment objective 2, is to explain and analyse historical events and periods studied using second-order historical concepts. What that means is being able to explain and analyse the different events and periods that we study and thinking about things like change and continuity as the second-order concepts as well. AO3 is to analyse, evaluate and use sources, okay, and to make substantiated judgments in the context of historical events studied. So it's having a look at sources and being able to apply them to your knowledge as well. And then AO4 is to analyse, evaluate and make substantiated judgments about the interpretations. So interpretations and sources are slightly different and the skills that we work on around them are different as well. And so you will be assessed on both of those too. Okay, paper 1, as I said before, is our thematic study in and historic environment. So we look at AO1 and AO2 for medicine in Britain. So the knowledge and understanding, looking at the change and continuity of medicine over time. And then the British sector of the Western Front, we look at sources as well. So that's a lot of source work looking at medicine on the Western Front. Paper 2, we have 2 topics in paper 2. So we have a look at early Elizabethan England and the American West, both of which look at AO1 and AO2, so knowledge and understanding and explaining and analysing historical events. Both are weighted equally as each other, so they're 20% of your mark each, and the paper altogether is 40%. Paper 3 is our modern debt study, 30% overall, and is looking at the USA conflict at home and abroad. This is split into two different sections. We look at the civil rights movement and US involvement in Vietnam as well. And we look at all of the different assessment objectives for this paper. Okay, so you'll look at knowledge and understanding, second order concepts, sources, and interpretations as well. If you have any questions about the history course, please get in touch and we will answer them the best we can. Thank you very much.